What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to another episode of MemeGC. Now, normally these are only done on Mondays, but today I wanted to show off our team in-game. Now, we featured this team on Monday, and I made a slight adjustment. I did switch out the Landorus for a Rillaboom. I felt like Rillaboom was a little bit more useful, and I think it really helps us a lot with dealing with a lot of things. Yes, we have similar coverage with it and the Calyrex, but I think it can do pretty well. So I was between this and Kartana as far as switching it out, but I ended up going with this, and I think it's gonna be nice. Gives us some more priority to help deal with things like the Kyogre. So really cool. I really like this. Hope you guys also enjoy this team. Now, this team is not yet public, and we have a chance to make it go public, though. If you guys want the rental code for this team, make sure that we can hit 20 likes. If we hit 20 likes on this video, I will go ahead and put the team code on this one for you, and we'll go ahead and try that one out so that you all can play with it. So it's a fun team. I'm not going to explain it too much today because I already explained all of it on Monday, so you can go check that video out up in the iCard above, and then come back to this one and we can show it off in game for you. So make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, share the video with your friends, and of course click that bell so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Also, make sure to join the Discord server down in the description below. We have a really good time. We talk VGC, we talk competitive singles, we talk all kinds of fun things, other games as well, Dungeons and Dragons, Rainbow Six Siege, you name it. We talk about all kinds of things. It's a really fun community, so go ahead and join that. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our first battle. All right, first match of the new season, and we've got Necrozma Duskmane. Necrozma Duskmane is honestly like the scariest threat for me. In my opinion, it's one of the hardest things for this team to face. It's not impossible, but it's definitely not easy. This thing makes it very difficult. Incineroar is going to be a must bring here. Definitely want to bring that. As far as the rest of the team goes, I think Rillaboom may not be a bad choice here. We do have the ground type coverage. We do have the ability to get rid of your terrain, which is good. Tapu Fini can do the same thing, but that's also weak to Venusaur if you have Solar Beam, if you have the Steel type move, so it's a little bit worse. So I want to lead Incineroar here. I think that's a good lead. And then, do we lead Rillaboom here? I think so. Then Calyrex. Definitely bringing Calyrex. And then, do we want Regieleki or Dusclops? I think it's Dusclops here. Yeah, I think this is fine. You may go for just the hard Indeedee Hatterene at the beginning, or even Indeedee Necrozma. I mean, Necrozma can set its own Trick Room, but I'm assuming that you want that fourth move slot that's not Trick Room. At least in my opinion. I feel like that's what you want on this thing. So it actually is Necrozma Indeedee. Okay. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get an Intimidate off first. We're not going to win the Terrain War, obviously, because we are faster. So yeah, Terrain, it's just dependent on speed, so since we're faster, ours goes first. Indeedee does reveal the Psychic Seed, okay. Raising your Spadef, and then the Intimidate goes off. So we now know the speed of all of these, so it goes Rillaboom, then Indeedee, then Incineroar, because they're all abilities. They activate in order of speed. So we know where all of those fall in speed order, which is pretty cool. So Snarl is very dangerous here, because if I Snarl, I'm getting very little out of it, and I'm also going to just go ahead and give Weakness Policy, which is not something I want to do at this point. However, I'm not sure how I avoid it. I can't Fake Out here because of terrain. I really would rather just knock out the Indeedee here. I could also consider maxing this. I think I actually want to max Rillaboom here. I really don't think that Calyrex is the max choice here, just because I think this is actually going to be really nice. We do have the Sun mode in the back, but I mean, we're Assault Vest, so we can deal with the... We can deal with everything else, so I think this is fine. Especially if we can get a speed swap off. I mean, I think this is okay, actually. So yeah, we don't see the immediate max because we're definitely going to be seeing a Trick Room here. Not much we can do about it. But I mean, we also have a Calyrex in the back, so, you know, we can make it work. So, Indeedee will definitely go down here. We're going to lower this thing's Spadef, which doesn't really make a huge difference here. But we do go ahead and knock out the Indeedee. So, no more protection for the Necrozma in the future. Oh, crit, that definitely mattered. It didn't. That's fine. So, take a little bit of recoil and Trick Room. Yep, okay. Which is fine, like I said. I mean, we have a Calyrex in the back. So, I mean, it's fine. So, let me see here. Necrozma Duskmane. How slow do you get? Okay, Necrozma Duskmane is base 77 speed. So in Trick Room, Calyrex still very much underspeeds it. So that's totally fine. Now, here, we could do a couple of things. We could go ahead and Flare Blitz into the Necrozma, just to get some damage. That would also activate its weakness policy. We could also Parting Shot out into something like Dusclops and try to burn it. And I'm kind of favoring that. Then as far as Torkoal goes, I think I would rather just get rid of this Torkoal. If I can burn this Necrozma, I think we'll be in decent shape. And obviously Dusclops can deal with the Necrozma pretty well. So, I mean, it's at -1 now. We can hopefully burn it, and then maybe even intimidate it again. I'm trying to think if Torkoal had... Okay, yeah. It's Eruption. Rillaboom lives because of the Assault Vest, and he's a beast. Very much it's a beast. So we're going to lower this thing's power, which is great. And I'm going to go into our Dusclops here. Torkoal is definitely an issue here. Probably should have respected it a little bit more. Wings policy. Specs Torkoal. Ah. Okay. And I think my opponent also expected the... I think my opponent expected that to knock out as well. Which makes sense. Can I pick up the KO on this Torkoal here? Oh, not quite, not quite. And since we're Assault Vest, we don't have Protect on this. And I definitely can't switch out into the into my helper here. I'm gonna try to Willow the Necrozma. It may not happen. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, no, actually, wait a second. I'm going to Nightshade the Torkoal. That's a little more important to me, I think. Then we'll double into the Torkoal slot here. We actually see a withdraw here, and it isn't a Venusaur. Okay. I mean, that's not bad damage. So you probably take out Rillaboom here. Yep. So the defense rise is not great, but the Trick Room is still helping. And in Sun, Venusaur is going super slow. So Incineroar's our play here for sure. We're going to keep Calyrex in the back for now. So there's the Intimidate. Hitting it again. I want this thing to be super weak when I have to hit it with an attack. So 2 more turns of Trick Room. I can't fake out. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp here. And I think just try to take out Venu. Basically just leave this Necrozma to its own devices, essentially, because I want the Trick Room to work against it. There we go. Will-O-Wisp. Nice. Alright, and we should be slower than everything. Yep. So yeah, my opponent's Trick Room just working completely against him. And Venusaur goes down. Nice. So Necrozma is now like -2 and burned, which is really bad for it. And it also really helps our weakness policy here at the end. Oh my gosh, that is doing so little. That is doing so little damage. Alright, so yeah, this is actually going really well. We're almost in berry range for Incineroar. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And last is Torkoal. Now, obviously, this is a little rough. Torkoal is still a giant pain, but it loses Trick Room on this turn. And Torkoal, let's see here. How slow is Torkoal? It's pretty slow. Base 20. It's actually slower than Calyrex, which is good to know. I'm going to Nightshade into the Torkoal here. And I meant to click over, but it's fine. Earth Power does come out. Does take out the Incineroar. But actually, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We could have also... Yeah, I don't know. So go ahead and take out Torkoal. Perfect. That is exactly what we needed to do. And then I think we'll be just fine here at the end game. So Calyrex not being able to do a ton here at the end. But, wow. That does so little damage. Oh, man, I love that. I love that. That's so funny. I think we have to add Insult to Injury here. I think we have to go Calyrex here. And I think we have to speed swap it. Now that we're not in Trick Room. I think we have to. Come on, let me do it. Please let me do it. Obviously, I Nightshade here. Please let me do it. I really want to. I want to be a fast boy. We can take this for sure. Oh my gosh, that does so little. And that's going to give us weakness policy as well. Oh man, watch this play, watch this play. This is going to be great. It's going to be great. Speed swap. Alright, now you're slow again. But even if my opponent wants to click Trick Room, that's fine, because Dusclops is still faster, and you can't do anything to it. So, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. So yeah, we just keep clicking Nightshade here, and we're totally gonna be fine. Alright, let's go ahead and knock this thing out here. Yeah, there. We got to click Speed Swap though. That's what matters. We got to make it super slow, and that's what makes it fun. So really fun first game. Yeah, Necrozma Duskmane is really difficult for this team, and that's the whole thing why people bring it. It's a really good check to both Xerneas and this. But when you play slowly, Incineroar plus Dusclops can really disrupt that thing. And so I think it worked out. I think it worked out really well. So let's go ahead and grab game 2. Next up, we've got Zygarde team. Okay, so Zygarde is really difficult to deal with if you don't have Ice-type coverage. So Calyrex looks amazing in this battle, honestly. Calyrex looks so good in this match. What looks scary is Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat looks very threatening to me. And Celesteela also could be scary. I definitely see Incineroar being a bring here, but I think I want to go with my fast mode here with Calyrex Regieleki. Incineroar is definitely the bring in the back. As far as the last mon, I think it's Finny. Finny's tough. Finny's tough because it is weak to both Rillaboom and the Rotom. But we don't really get anything out of Dusclops either. Unless we would go with the Trick Room mode, but like, how reliable is that? I'm going to try to go fast and just move as quickly as I possibly can. That Rotom is definitely going to be an issue, though. Rotom's a huge problem. Yeah, I don't think Rotom is something this team is really properly prepared for. Again, I had Landorus on it before. I think Landorus would have been better in this situation. We actually see Zygarde Rotom here. Okay. So... Rotom Heat. Let's try it. We're gonna go for it. Speed swap. And I'm gonna go Light Screen first turn, just because of Rotom. Oh, Zygarde protects? Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, we're gonna set the screen here. Just for that incoming overheat. Ouch. But now you're at -2, which is fantastic. We now get to set up our weakness policy. And now we're fast boys. Okay, so now that we're fast, dealing with this Rotom is still really, really tough. Just because the typing advantage is really, really good, obviously. But as far as what I have in the back, I think we can deal with it. As far as removing Zygarde, how important is removing Zygarde? I feel like it's important to remove it now and just get it out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and just yoink this thing out of here. Set up a Reflect for later. Actually withdraws it. Okay. Goes into Comfy. Okay. Are you Dynamaxing here? I don't know, because we're fast now. Because if I can knock this thing out while it's still in its regular form, that would be kind of insane. Do you Dynamax? You do. Okay. I have a feeling that this has a chance to live. Even though it's 4 times effective +2. It may not. But Comfy's not doing anything this turn. Oh, get out of here. That's so nice. You're restricted, gone in 1 turn. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Oh, man. Alright, now we're +3. And we're very fast. And we set the Reflect. It's so weird seeing Regieleki go last. It's so weird seeing it go last. But it's all good. We can switch here just to get our speed back. We went ahead and broke our Sash here, but that's fine. It's really fine. Once we get the screens up, it's not as big of a deal. But it's definitely weird Regieleki being so slow because of the speed swap. Alright, so what do you go into? We got both screens up. Go back into Rotom. Okay. That should be fine, I think. Actually, what I'm going to do is max guard here. And switch out into Ensign. I could also Volt Switch into Ensign. I'm going to Volt Switch into Incineroar here, actually. Don't protect. And it protected. Okay. That's fine. It actually nasty plots. Calls my bluff. Alright, alright. I see you. So that's a really good turn for my opponent. That's definitely the way to turn it around. Definitely how you turn it around. So your goggles. It's safety goggles. Huh. Okay. We could remove the comfy here. Honestly, I don't think that's a terrible idea. Removing the comfy. What I'm gonna do is... Okay, we're gonna go with Max Quake into the comfy and swap out into Ensign. I want Incineroar to get this +1 special defense boost here. Oh, that's weird seeing the top of its head. Seeing like a stem go down. That's so weird. I've never seen that. That's such a weird camera angle. So obviously the Intimidate doesn't do anything for us here, but basically I would like to get this thing a little bit bulkier. That would really help. And actually it's Ally Switch. Of course it is. Ally Switch is a really dumb move. And this is why. Ally Switch is really stupid. Misses the overheat though. Wow, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Because now I can fake out the Rotom. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate miss, actually. I'm going to Glacial Lance. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to fake out the Rotom here. I believe fake out goes before Ally Switch. I'm fairly certain that that's the case. And if that is the case, then we're in good shape. But yeah, that's a really unfortunate miss on my opponent's part. Like, that's really, really unfortunate. Alright, just goes for the Draining Kiss. So no Ally Switch at all. That's fine. But I mean, I'm not scared of the Comfey here. At all. Thumbnail, let's go. Pop. And Comfey. It took them both out. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, again, like I said, that was a very unfortunate miss for my opponent. So that's going to be +2. Dang. What a turn. What a turn. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. So for a Rotom Heat, I am interested to see if that was a guarantee. Because I was, what, I was +3 at the time. Both level 50 in doubles. No bulk at all. Okay, so it was guaranteed from that range. So, it's insane. So yeah, we'll just Glacial Lance here and Flare Blitz. I think we're gonna be fine here. And such a sick animation. And it does take it down to Sash. Even if you take something out here, that's fine. Even if I miss Flare Blitz, that's fine here, because the Hail will do the last bit, and we've got Finny in the back. So yeah, and Finny deals with this thing just fine. So yeah, really good game to my opponent. That was a really, really unfortunate miss. Very, very unfortunate miss. So I mean, let's say you didn't miss there. I lose Calyrex. I go into... You're back at neutral. I go into my Finny. My screens are still up. Finny clicks Muddy Water. And I could have just doubled into it. I think we would have been fine either way. And then Finny could have dealt with Urshifu as well. So I think that would have been fine. I think we won either way. Let's go ahead and look at the opponent's team here. So weakness policy, obviously, makes sense. Power construct, duh. So it was adamant nature, interesting. So outrage 1,000 arrows, iron tail protect. Interesting, okay, I like that. Fake out brick break, actually. So brick break could have been interesting for breaking my screens. That's a cool tech. Nasty plot, yeah, that should be max speed, right? But modest, right? It's not quite max speed. It's almost max speed, but not quite. A few points shy. Or Shifu, Jolly Nature, very standard there. Oh, is this thing... Oh, AV. Okay. I like that. I like that. And then a Bold Nature. Ally Switch, Protect, Floor Healing, Drainicus. Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I like that. Cool team, cool team, cool team for sure. So, let's go ahead and grab one more game for today. Last match of the day, and we've got a Groudon team. Okay. Alolan Persian as well, and... Huh. Heliolisk, even. Okay. Lapras obviously seems like an issue. But if we're at +2, how much does a Lapras do to us? I don't know that I'm concerned about that. Honestly. And then Groudon... Groudon is a much bigger threat here. Because I can't really do a whole lot to it. And, like, even at +2 to a regular Groudon... Wait, no. Okay, no. Glacial Lance at +2 OHKOs. Regular has a chance to OHKO if he's no bulk. But he might have some bulk. I think Speed Mode is the play here. Lead this. Incense seems okay. Rillaboom's a definite bring. We've got a double electric, but then ground. I think I want Finny here instead of Incin. Incin's good, but I don't think it's as good in this matchup. I think we leave it behind. I haven't faced a Groudon yet. Groudon is an interesting bring. Definitely viable. Absolutely viable. So let's see what my opponent is packing here. I'm assuming that's Groudon. No. Okay, Thundurus and Sableye. So we could see a taunt here. Definitely a possibility. And this thing is Prankster, not Volt Absorb. Prankster, not Volt Absorb. I kind of just want to click T-Bolt turn 1 here. On this. Could go into Finny. I mean, how likely are you to click an electric move on Calyrex? Not likely, right? Let's try that. We'll save Calyrex for later. This is fine. We have to remember that Groudon actually has decent speed at base 90. So, I mean, depending on how much investment you've got on it, it's probably got a little bit of bulk on it, but I don't know. Sets are a little all over the place right now as far as what people are running. We go ahead and see the max here. Okay. Alright, so I guess just setting up speed here. I mean, we literally could have just maxed our horse and just knocked that out turn 1. It's actually fake out. Okay, T-Bolt does not much. And it's Knuckle. Yeah, we could have just knocked that out. And Knuckle's the Alecki. Okay. I'm a little confused, but okay. I'm somewhat confusion here, but that's fine. This seems to indicate that you don't have Lapras then. Because, I mean, would you not bring that here? I feel like you would. So, you're probably physical. I'm gonna set Reflect. And I'm gonna Moonblast the Sableye. I'd like to get that thing out of here. Oh, it's gone. Goodbye. It's actually Persian. Also doesn't want to take a Moonblast. That's actually fine. Is another Fake Out user, though, which could be a little threatening. So Regieleki does not survive, but honestly, that's fine. We got the Reflect up, and we honestly could just speed swap with the Tornadus. Or Thundurus, rather. So this thing's definitely Defiant, if it's the max option. Is it a Pinch Berry or a Citrus? It's actually a Citrus, okay. Would this thing have Taunt 2? Is the question. Even if... I really want to speed swap the Thundurus. I'm going to try it. And then I'm going to Muddy Water. I think this is fine. We do see a Fake Out. What if I maxed that? Like, these plays are confusing because I could have just maxed and knocked that out and knocked out your Thundurus twice now. So I'm very confused by these plays. So I'll bring in a Rillaboom. You'll shrink back down. Yeah, I feel like my opponent's really not respecting the Calyrex here, and if I had played differently, then, you know, it could have just... I could have just gone nuts here. So, let's speed swap this. And Fake It Out. I don't need you doing any more damage. Thank you. Parting Shot. That'll be fine. Not really anything I can do about it anyway. Yeah, I mean, my opponent's really just not respecting the horse. Glad I speed swapped this, even though that the cat is slightly faster. This should be just fine. I actually want a Glacial Lance here. And Grassy Glide the Sableye. Won't knock out. Does have Willow. Get burned. We're at -1. Not great. Tornadus is now super slow, which is good. And we still pick up the KO. So yeah, even burned, this thing does that much damage. Like, and that's also a spread move. So now we're getting some of our attack back, which is great. So we might still be able to push through this. Now, Fur Coat is going to be rough on the Persian, but we did get a bunch of damage off on it already, which is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so now I want to max here. Or do I max Rillaboom? I could just max Rillaboom here. Why don't I? I'm gonna max Rillaboom here, actually. Sableye could burn this too. Sableye could very well burn this too. What do I do here? Let's just Grassy Glide the Sableye here. Battle's canceled. That game wasn't over. That game wasn't over at all, in my opinion. I mean, so we Grassy Glide before the burn goes off. We Glacial Lance, pick up a double KO, and then whatever you have in the back. So, I mean, I bet you anything you... Well, it was either Lapras or maybe even a Water-type Urshifu. Because if it was either of those, you were done for. Or even if it was Heliolisk, you were done for. So yeah, I guess you just didn't have anything in the back to deal with it. So we take those. Works for me. All right, I like it. I like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this secondary showcase of this team. Like I said, if we reach 20 likes on this video, that's really not that much. If we reach 20 likes on this video, I will go ahead and drop that team code. Otherwise, it may just fade into obscurity. So yeah, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Have a great weekend. We will see you on our stream on Monday, and we will have a brand new team on Monday with another MemeGC episode. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you later. Stay safe out there, all that good stuff. Bye-bye.